Hey there, you're listening to the Online Business Clinic podcast, the place to be to build a profitable and portable business so that you can be there for the moments that matter most. I'm your host, business success strategist, Molly Ann Luna, and today you're listening to episode number 45, How to Drive More Traffic to Your Online Business, part 3 of 3. Now, if you have not yet had a chance to listen to part 1 and 2, do please go back, listen to episode number 43 and 44 first. What you're about to listen to is a behind-the-scenes sneak peek of one of the signature masterclasses inside of the Online Business Clinic membership program. We have unlocked the vault to share with you a sampling, if you will, of the type of content that we covered that is all centered around, designed specifically for helping your business get a steady stream of new clients on automatic by leveraging intelligent online marketing strategies. So without further ado, let's go ahead and let's dive in. Welcome back. In this lesson, we're talking all about email marketing platforms. And one question I want you to keep in mind is, what will I be sending my list and how often? Okay, it's extremely important that you stay in contact with your email list on a continuous, regular basis. Now, there are two different options that you have here to stay in communication with them. First up is sequential emails. This is a pre-planned series of emails that you craft well in advance, and they go out in a sequential order. I want you to think of them like chapters in a book. So no matter when you buy the book, you always start at chapter 1, right? Well, in your sequential email sequence, everyone who opts into your email list will all see the emails in the exact same order. Okay? With this option, emails are sent weekly on the same day of every week. So, for example, if you can do original weekly emails, okay? This is weekly email that you write every week. It goes out to everyone who's currently on your email list, but not to everyone who signs up in the future. Emails are sent weekly on the exact same day of the week. However, as they're not scheduled in advance, they're not sitting around in some automated queue, they are very flexible. Okay. This would be an example of if you are subscribed to the Online Business Clinic podcast. Every single Monday, what I lovingly call Marketing Mondays, those of you on my email list get an original weekly email from me with a fresh new episode. Okay, that would be the original weekly emails. So let's talk about the pros of actually putting together a sequential evergreen email sequence. First of all, you can really invest a lot of time and thought into each one of the emails, knowing that every single person who ever subscribes to your email list will see it, okay? You are writing for your current list. Even if you only have one subscriber, your work will not go unnoticed, because as more subscribers come on, and your list gets bigger, they will be seeing it as well. What I love about sequential evergreen emails is that you can batch create this content. You can actually literally sit down and write out 13 emails that will usually take you, through about 3 months of consistent contact with your email list. And you can even convert those emails that you sat down and wrote into a blog, right? Or you could take the reverse approach. If you have taken my iTeam course, you'll know how to delegate your blogs to another writer, and then you can flip the script on that blog and turn them into part of your sequential evergreen email list. So what's really great about this is, you can batch create it, and you can batch create it all on your own very easily, or you can outsource it for very little financial investment and be continuously building that know-like trust factor with your email list. Actually, I love this option. You also have complete control of your funnel, right? So as you craft that first email and new people are coming into your email list, you are able to guide them, take them on this journey with you, if you will, and control the narrative that they see. So for example, your first email might be a welcome and an overview as far as what they can expect from you, the expert, or your business, and what they can expect to receive each week. And then you only talk to your ICA about what it is that you eventually want to sell to them. So this should match what it is they're wanting to buy. Now, there are a few cons when it comes to writing sequential evergreen emails. One of the cons is that evergreen sequences, they're not about the here and now, okay? We're talking about upcoming holiday seasons or summers. That's not happening in this email sequence because your audience will be getting these emails based on when they subscribed. So you want to keep that in mind. The content's got to be evergreen. You can't mention dates, you can't mention times, you can't mention holidays, things like that. If you send a lot of promotional emails, which I do not recommend this, it is not the best way to build up the trust factor with your ICA. But that's a whole other subject for another day, so we'll just save it. But if you are the type of person that sends a bunch of promotional emails, or you do a lot of like affiliate marketing or joint venture partnering with other businesses, this strategy really won't work for you. So keep that in mind. And it can look very self-centered when it's not really your intent, it's not what you're going for. But if you're always writing about yourself every single week, eventually your audience may tune out because they're going to be like, okay, yeah, but how does this help me? So you've got to be mindful of that if you're going to choose to write a sequential evergreen email sequence as a part of your weekly content to build that KLT factor with your ICA. Okay, let's talk about original weekly emails. There's definitely pros and cons to this. One pro is that you can have a ton of fun with this type of newsletter because you can add content that's actually current. So your images and your copy, they can be about where you are, what it is you're doing. It's like if you just got married or you're about ready to have a baby or launch a new product or service, you can share that in your fresh weekly original content email series. Now, you do want to make sure that you are carefully relating it back to your audience's core interests because, again, this email's not about you. Yes, you can share things about yourself, but it's about your audience and how you and your business can help your audience solve a real problem. You can also use your original weekly emails to react to any health industry news or trends that have been happening. But again, you want to be careful to relate it back to your core audience and make sure that you're not getting too far off track, that it's taking them off of the customer journey experience from going from prospective client to, ultimately buying your product and service. So you want to get in front of them, you want to stay connected, but you want to mindfully be navigating them to that close of sale, right? Now, a couple of cons when it comes to writing original weekly emails is that you have to write it every single week. Your audience will notice when you abandon your commitment, okay? Trust me, it happens. Like your best intentions, if you're going to try to throw out an email every single Monday rolls around and just life got crazy, you didn't get it, you will be getting responses from your followers saying, where is my Monday email? I've been waiting for it. So life does happen when you're busy making other plans. And in my experience, working with thousands of health and wellness entrepreneurs from all around the world, this is the number one reason why we tend to fail at email marketing. So if you're going to choose original weekly emails, you gotta be someone who is on top of your game and who will diligently make sure you never miss a week, okay? Another con is that for those of you who struggle with writing, it's not your favorite, it's really challenging for you because you hate it or you're just not always feeling like in good writing mood vibes, having to write on cue every single week makes this painful, okay? It makes trying to stay on top of it even worse. So if writing is not your strength, I think I'd go back to that original suggestion of maybe choosing the sequential email option and outsourcing to your I-team to a blog writer and then using your blogs in your emails and just shifting the copy just slightly and using that same content for both of those platforms. Okay, and then for my superstar students here who are like, but I want to do both. Can I do both? The answer is yes. How do you do that though? Okay, let's cover that here. Yes, you can use sequences for your main subscriber communication, and that's going to go out the same day of the week. So I don't care if whatever day of the week you choose, the exact same day. All right. This is referred to as what I call like a weekly roundup. Doing this will take pressure off you to send something out to people, and it will help give you peace of mind knowing that you're getting something every single week. You're giving them something every single week, right? Like it's going to be done. They're cared for, right? Now, what I suggest doing, again, reiterating this, if you've not taken my IT masterclass, you should definitely look into getting access to that or going back through the content if you already have access. But what I would encourage you to do is just to sit down and think about 13 core topics that you would want your new subscribers to be able to know about you, know about your business, in order to help successfully prime them into becoming paid buyers. And then what you can do is you can outsource these articles to your iTeam writers, and this content will last you about 3 months. So you'll only have to do this 4 times out of the year, once a quarter. And trust me, it's not hard to think of topics at all. In fact, one of my favorite things to do is to use Google and to just search like one of the top questions that I get a lot from my clients, and then scroll down to the bottom, and then Google will suggest like 6 or 7 other questions that are similar but slightly different. And then I just pull from that and just riff off of that. And I go and search for these articles that are inspiring, and I shoot it off to my writers and say, here, use this as inspiration, but you need to write fresh content around this core topic, and then get it back to me. And then when you are using an original email, you could plan on doing that just, once a month or only as needed. So I would call this a monthly roundup. And this is where you can tie in any key promotions you're doing or upcoming events or anything other super cool that's going on in your life or that you're going to want your audience to know about. And that's how you would be able to kind of create this like cross-hybrid experience of using both the evergreen sequence as well as that original weekly content email series. So let's take a look at an example here. Here at the top, this is our weekly sequence. This is going out to all subscribers. So if I were to write an email campaign, I would start by welcoming them to my new community and letting them know what they can expect. Hey there, welcome. You're going to receive a new email from me every single Marketing Monday, and it's going to be about this with the intention of helping you do this, this, or this. The next email that I would fire off is going to be like the number one, like most helpful thing that my business can help you do, right? So if you're a health coach, for example, this will be like the number one most helpful thing or how-to, some sort of a how-to for your ICA that your business, that your core business can help like offer that solution for. Does that make sense? And then number 2 and number 3 and number 4, same thing. You're just providing really helpful advice. You're not asking for anything here. You're not promoting anything. You're just providing high value content, educating, inspiring, empowering them, and building up that know, like, trust factor so that you can eventually pivot into a promotion. Then what I would do is I would throw in an original monthly promo here, and then I would go back to my original sequence of really helpful content in that 5th email. But let's just say, for example, you are selling health coaching, and your ICA loves to receive healthy recipes and new workouts. So it's not just about health coaching now, but now you're covering other topics. Things are going to get a little bit more complicated, but it's not that hard to manage. This is an example overview of the type of email sequence that I would batch create and queue up inside of my CRM to send out to them. So starting from the left side here, we've got all of our subscribers. We would first send them a, please confirm your subscription. And if we had enticed them with some sort of a freemium or a lead magnet, we'd make sure to deliver that. Then we'd invite them. We'd say, welcome to the community, and here's what you can expect from me. Then I would highly recommend that you establish your business as an authority, and by sharing with them a little bit about your unique selling proposition, and then spin into adding more value. And what you're going to do here is it's going to be a slight spin-off from that freemium. Okay, so whatever your freemium was, you're just going to take that topic a little bit further with that fourth email. And then you're going to kind of pivot into going into the type of coaching that you offer, and then sharing some social proof. So pulling together a few testimonials. So that would be your fifth email that you send to them. And then once those 5 emails have been fired off, then you can pivot into talking about the other core products or services that you offer. So if you offer healthy recipes, then I would just move from creating that email sequence into triggering now your recipes sequence, okay? And so an example of what that sequence could look like could be as simple as, hey, here's a sneak peek into my pantry, here's my shopping list, and then here's boom, 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 the next 3 weeks, healthy recipes for you to try. All high value, again, not promoting, just really building upon that know, like, trust factor with your ICA on that email list, okay? And what you can do here as well is you can choose to send that to all subscribers, or inside of your CRM, your customer relationship management system, wherever you're housing your emails, if there was a specific email, you can tag them and only then send recipes to those that had engaged with something in relation to recipes, okay? So this, I can feel you getting a little bit overwhelmed. Like, it's really not that complicated. This is something that you can find a really easy YouTube tutorial. So for example, if you are a ConvertKit user like myself, there's so many great resources there that can help show you exactly how to set this up inside of your CRM, whichever platform that is. But if you want to keep things simple, then you can just send out your emails to all of your subscribers. Okay, and then once that recipes email is sent, I would move on to my fitness sequence, and I'd fire off those next 5 emails. So right there, if you're sending one out once a week, we're covering 15 weeks worth of content. Pretty simple, right? I know you can do this. I would encourage you to just take a screenshot of this right here as inspiration. If you're already like, you know what, that's me. I've got multiple products and services that I kind of want to talk about before I go into any sales. Take a screenshot of this and then do your best to come up with your original topics that you're going to want to write and put together in your sequential email sequence. Okay, sequences. When it comes to creating your all subscriber sequence, think of this sequence as a series of short stories that form a book about your business and how it helps your clients. So some ideas that you can put together for your all subscriber email sequence is, first and foremost, after you've delivered the freemium, send them a welcome to my community, welcome to my business. Here are some of the expectations on what you can expect from me, the business owner, or us, the business, and also you as a part of our community. The second email could be an introduction of your niche or that core specialty, your unique selling proposition, what sets your business apart from any other competitors out there. And it's going to be an email that really highlights the features and benefits of working with your business. The third email could be a customer spotlight. So if you've got a really great story, a great win, this might be a nice time to kind of get your brag on a little bit. Number 4, if you've got a health transformation story, whether it's your own or it's a client in some way that you've helped them, that's very much like the customer spotlight. You can, tie in a little bit more social proof here, go into more of an in-depth story. This could be really cool if, for example, you've got a client who's had a radical transformation. Maybe you do a video interview with them, and then this 4th email is a video interview about their experience in working with you. That'd be a really cool idea. The 5th one could be a listicle. This, for example, let's just say you are, of course, a health coach, and there is like some a list of like your top 5 or top 10 go-to nutrient-dense foods that, help you burn fat and put on muscle, whatever it is. Or, your top favorite exercises or workouts that are going to get you those rock hard abs or that tight and toned buns, whatever your area of specialty is. This would be what I call kind of like a breadcrumb email, where you're giving them just a little bit more information. They can have kind of a slight transformation because they can go and implement the information themselves, but it's also going to start really warming them up and priming them into coming and doing business with you. And then sixth email could be a fitness spotlight, for example. So again, pulling it back into that social proof. Okay, now I want you to take a closer look at which platforms you may use to achieve these email marketing goals. Some factors to consider when choosing your email marketing platform is the deliverable and the open rate statistics, what type of ongoing tech support that platform offers, automation options, segmenting and tagging capabilities, integration to your website, and of course, design capability. Let's take a closer look at delivery rates. So deliverability, it's the measure of how many of your emails are going to your subscribers' inboxes versus their actual spam folders. This is so important to know. So the last thing you want to happen is, after putting so much work into crafting your email marketing sequence, is that it's just going straight to junk mail and that your subscribers who opted in and want to hear from you aren't actually seeing any of it. What you want is for those emails to go straight into their primary inbox so it can be seen by your subscribers, clicked on by your subscribers, consumed by your subscribers, and to really build up that rapport with your subscribers. This is why deliverability, it's so crucial, because if people are opening your emails every single week and reading about you and your business and learning more about you, they are going to be more likely to want to do business with you. So it's very important. It's kind of like measuring how many of your Christmas cards actually got delivered to mailboxes by the post office and how many of them got lost or returned to your sender. Like, if you went through all the effort to get the kiddos and the spouse together and get the photographer together for the beautiful Christmas image and then wrote up a letter and put it all in the mailbox, like, you want to make sure that they get to your loved ones, right? The same thing is true for your deliverability rate for your email list subscribers. The next thing we want to pay attention to is your open rates. Your email open rate is the percentage of the total number of subscribers who opened an email campaign. So these rates can vary depending on the subject line and the relevancy of the subject matter for subscribers, but a healthy open rate is typically in the 20 to 40% range. Okay, across all industries, the average open rate for the fourth quarter of 2018 was about 29.4%, according to Epsilon. Okay, so that's what we really want to shoot for, is about 29.4%. That means you're writing well-crafted emails that are actually getting clicked, opened, read, engaged upon. And if your open rate is less than that, then we need to take a closer look at, one, the content that you're crafting, and two, going back to that delivery rate. List cleansing. Okay, sometimes this is a hard one for the ego, but trust me, it's going to boost your business, so hang with me here. Keeping your list clean and engaged can be a contributor to getting better open rates and having subscribers hang in there for the long run. Now, while it might be painful to see a temporary drop in your total number of subscribers, the payoff of cleansing your list will mean that your list is more engaged with the type of people who are actually interested in what it is you are providing them, and they will actively participate with you in your content. And being a content creator, the last thing you want to do is put forth all this effort and then have crickets. Nobody's engaging, reading, following, hitting the reply button, talking to you about it, buying your stuff. You do not want that. We are going for quality of list, not quantity. Actually, having a smaller list who's actually paying close attention to you and your business is much, much, much better than having a large list of subscribers who never open your emails, okay? So I want you to be cleansing any of your cold subscribers, okay? And a cold subscriber basically is anyone who had opted into your email list, but when you go to click on their profile, they haven't actually opened anything or clicked on any email in the last 90 days and has been subscribed to your list for at least 30 days, okay? They've been on your list for 30 days at a minimum, but they've not done anything at all. Currently, this criteria cannot be adjusted, okay? They're considered cold subscribers. A pro tip here would be to cleanse your list every 90 days. So set a reminder on your phone or mark it in your calendar every 90 days. Go into your CRM and prune away any of the subscribers that are popping up as cold subscribers, individuals who have opted in but who are not actively opening your emails. This is going to be very, very helpful for nudging those open rates back up. It's going to like bump them back up, all right? And it's going to get it into the right direction because your open rate does matter. There's algorithms, and if you're having a higher open rate, it's going to be more likely to send it to people's primary inboxes versus their spam or junk folder. So you've got to keep your list clean. All right. Another great benefit of doing this is that it's going to help any of those fake email addresses that people sometimes enter because they just wanted your freemium, but they're not really that interested in going any further with you. It's going to help cleanse them and take them away. All right. So those fake email addresses, not great for those open rates, not great for that deliverability. We want to have emails that are 100% authentic. Okay. So again, quality over quantity. Now, when it comes to people who are unsubscribing from your list, I want you to take a cue from one of my friends and my business mentor and business partner here, Sandra McLemore. I think that reframing what happens when someone unsubscribes from your list can be so powerful. So Sandra always says, there's no such thing as rejection. It's an emotion that you choose to assign when someone recognizes before you that you and them, they're not a good fit together. Okay, so by them unsubscribing, they're actually saving you time and money. You just didn't see it coming, and then it feels crappy. Okay, she says this all the time, like, don't get hung up about it. It's just them recognizing that you guys are not a good fit. And sometimes, converting a prospect into a paid client takes money and energy, and they're just deciding for you, you know what, I'm going to save you that time, money, and energy, and I already know that I'm not your ideal client, so let me just go ahead, let me just remove myself from this list. Just hold an energy of gratitude for that, because there are benefits for those who unsubscribe. One, they just realize they're not your ICA. They do not relate to your focused content that you send them. You are not meant to serve everyone, and that's okay. And they just recognized, oh, no, she's not meant to serve me. I'm out of here. It's all good. Number two, by leaving your email list, your open rates will improve. So they actually just did you a favor, really, because you want to keep those open rates high. And number three, the open and the click rates that you get on your email are more accurate because now only your ideal client avatar is actually opening your emails. So let's just celebrate those who recognize y'all aren't a good fit before you do, and just embrace the unsubscribes. It's okay. Your ego will recover. I promise. Okay, that is it for this masterclass. And now it's time to do the work. So what I want you to do is I want you to schedule some time with your accountability team. And I want you to complete your worksheets and review any of those success sheets, those PDFs, download them and complete them. And then prepare instructions for your iTeam using video or Trello board or something similar, and be outsourcing anything that you need to. So if you've got to be crafting those blog posts that you're going to turn into your evergreen sequence, make sure you get that on your iTeams board as soon as possible. And if you haven't done so already, then this is going to be your opportunity to actually go and activate your team so that they can do the work that they need to do for you. So you can stay in your boss zone of genius and be moving your business forward. But before you do anything else, schedule each task that you will accomplish this month on your action calendar. So when you close out of this, go open up this module's action calendar, fill it in, and knock out those tasks. All right, that's it. Happy business building, and I'll see you in the next class. Thank you for joining me for this very special 3-part series. Do please head to mollyandluna.com/podcast, episode number 45, and be sure to download the success supplemental worksheets that go along with this masterclass. And as always, if you found value in today's episode, do please head to iTunes and be sure to leave a review. Your review helps others find the show so that they too can build a profitable and portable business and to be there for the moments that matter most. I would love to give you a listener shout out love on one of the upcoming episodes. So be sure to let me know what your biggest aha or takeaway was. That's all for today. So I'll plan on seeing you right back here, same time, same place next week. Bye for now. This episode is sponsored by the Online Business Clinic membership, a monthly mentorship program that gives you step-by-step business success strategies to help you get a steady stream of new clients and to amplify your business's income and impact. To learn more, head to mollyandluna.com/OBC membership.